Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound Divination Wave, and this is day 6 of the August daily draw. So as we start the weekend, let's see what message we're going to get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of Dragons, followed by an oracle card from the Dragon Wisdom Oracle. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, so today we will go there. And our card today is the Nine of Cups. Look at this dragon there in the cave, looking out at the ocean, which I love. Of course, it's cups, water element, so they've got that water element there with the ocean. So I love that. And she's there holding one of the cups. She's got the other cups. I say her. This I don't know whether it's I mean, there's the whole thing about gender of dragons and all that sort of thing, but we won't get into just at the moment. And she's there, and the Nine of Cups, of course, is having that personal satisfaction, that personal sense of emotional fulfillment, satisfaction, achievement, and but it's like that. It's her own personal achievement that for herself, and she's delighting in it herself. She's not really, I keep saying she, I don't know why I keep I'll keep going with it. She's in the cave. She's not out among other dragons. This is for her. This is fulfillment for her. It's more of her own personal relationship with herself that's brought that satisfaction. It's not really, to me, this card is nothing to do with, well, it may involve other people, but it's primarily a relationship with herself and her own inner fulfillment to me, because this is for herself. This is a bit more like, I mean, it's a 9, it's a bit which is like the number of the hermit, and it's in the cave, and it's like away from everything, and it's a bit like that hermit moment and getting that satisfaction by yourself. Sort of, it's improving our own inner life, our own emotional, spiritual well-being, by sometimes taking that time out of the world and spending time with ourselves, meditating, self-care, and all that kind of thing. And that brings that satisfaction and fulfillment, and maybe healing to some degree. And so it's more personal, an individual thing for us that this card represents. And it's important, perhaps, as we start this weekend, to make sure we don't neglect that in ourselves, and we find that inner peace and fulfillment within ourselves first and foremost. See, to me, I think the next card, the Ten of Cups, is more like the relationships with others, the family setting, the community setting, the that kind of involving the relationships and fulfillment with other people. That's what I feel about the 10, whereas the 9, I feel, is more of that personal fulfillment within ourselves, and that comes before it's like it's hard to get that fulfillment with others if we haven't got that fulfillment within ourselves first. Our relationship with ourselves and that self-care is important in order to be able to enable us to achieve that connection and fulfillment with other people. So I think, sometimes I think we allow the world and our own preconceptions to tell us that focusing on ourselves is selfish. That we shouldn't be focusing on ourselves. We should be focusing on the others and taking care of others, and making the sacrifices that we need. And there's an element of truth in that. There can be too much self-centeredness, too much, focus on me, but this is not what this card. This was taking to excess. That's what this card could represent. But when it's done in the right way, it's that bringing ourselves into balance and fulfillment, so we can be healthy, productive individuals that can go around then sharing that and helping and supporting others. So it's taking care of ourselves in order that we can then take care of others and have a relation and can have that connection with other people. And as I say, it's the 9 before the 10 to me. And I've only just recently that's only just recently sort of dropped into my mind that about the difference between the two. But I've always struggled, with this card and then the 10 and everything, and what the difference is. And it's only recently that this is a bit more individualistic, whereas the 10 is a bit more community, family, a group setting. So it is important and is okay to focus for a time at least on your own personal fulfillment and inner life and happiness as well. And that's what this card is reminding us. So let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. Okay, here we go. And we have shadows. Look at that. Whoa. Yes. And it may be that we need to be taking care of some shadow sides of us. Maybe we need to be focusing on that and integrating that into ourselves and dealing with that and working on that. And as the summer begins to close and we're approaching the autumn and the dark beginning to get into the darker half of the year, it won't be long now. Maybe we're feeling a bit more like entering into the shadow work. Not that you can't do shadow work all year through, because you can, but it's usually the dark half of the year when we're a bit more not outdoors so much and everything like that. We can do those shadow work. So maybe it involves dealing with those to make ourselves more complete, more happy, bringing that sense of inner satisfaction and fulfillment, that healing that may need to take place, and working with that, learning to relate to ourselves better. And that can involve dealing with our shadows too. So let's take a time to focus on ourselves in that way. It's not selfish, and will enable us to more effectively connect and help other people. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 7. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.